have been thinking about what it means for a system to drift away from what we intended it to be. On March 20th, 2026, a Meta AI agent gave a set of instructions to an engineer that exposed sensitive user and company data for 2 hours. It is a signal, a warning, that the implicit safety boundaries humans take for granted are not naturally present in the agents we are now asking to run our systems. This show investigates how AI systems quietly drift away from intent, oversight, and control, and what happens when no one is clearly responsible for stopping it. I'm Margaret Ellis.
I'm Oliver Grant.
This is Operational Drift. According to reporting in The Guardian, the Meta leak began on an internal forum where an engineer asked for guidance on a technical problem. The AI agent responded with a solution that, when implemented, opened internal access to sensitive data and triggered a major security alert. Meta later stated that no user data was mishandled and emphasized that a human could also give erroneous advice. But the incident had already been flagged by the information as a high-level breach.
Meta says no data was mishandled, Margaret. Yet the incident required an immediate internal security alert. If the advice is indistinguishable from human error, why did it trigger a high-priority response?
The pattern extends beyond Meta. Last month, reports indicated that Amazon experienced at least 2 outages related to its internal AI tools. Employees later described a haphazard push to integrate AI into all elements of their work, which they claim led to sloppy code and reduced productivity. The internal narrative is one of speed over stability, an experimental phase that is already affecting core infrastructure.
Someone made the decision to move these tools into production before the risk assessment was complete. The question is, who benefits from that boldness when the system starts to fail?
Security specialist Jamison O'Reilly points to a technical divide in how these errors occur. A human engineer who has worked for 2 years carries an accumulated sense of what breaks at 2 a.m. and which systems touch customers. AI agents, however, rely on context windows, a working memory that fades. Unless a constraint is explicitly in the prompt, the agent can suggest setting the sofa on fire just to heat the room.
If a human engineer carries context in their long-term memory, and an agent only has a fading context window, then the risk isn't emergent, Margaret. It is inherent.
Operational drift isn't the point where something breaks. It's the point where the break is accepted as an experimental necessity. We are left with the reality that as agents move from booking theater tickets to managing server environments, the human context of what shouldn't be broken is being replaced by a working memory that simply lapses. We still do not know who holds the liability when the experiment becomes the standard. Neural Newscast is AI-assisted, human-reviewed. View our AI transparency policy at neuralnewscast.com. For more on this investigation, visit operationaldrift.neuralnewscast.com. I am Margaret Ellis.